Okay. I'm just gonna go with it. I was not sure if it. It's like. So, currently, I wanted. Oh, happy Scorpio season! Woo! Woo! Oh, that's not a Halloween song. Huh. It is now. Okay, so. This weekend. Oh, not this weekend? Oh, see, that's an example of a communication where this could be a serious miscommunication. In my mind, I'm thinking next weekend, but I would say this weekend, as in this upcoming weekend, rather than now. So, okay, that's one example. But here's another example. Me particularly. So I'm looking at the current astro planets and considering my own chart. So if you have your chart presently, I don't know if my phone will fall over. Thank you, Iris, for working with me. So this full moon will be at 8 degrees Scorpio Taurus. And I was looking up the Sabian symbol for 8 degrees Taurus, and it's a sleigh without snow. And then 8 degrees Scorpio was like moonshine, slippery, things like that. So I was like, well, you know, that can kind of work together. For me, particularly, my natal Uranus is at 8 degrees Scorpio. And my natal Mercury is at 6 degrees, so it's within a 2-degree orb, Taurus. Uranus is going to be basically sitting on my Mercury conjunct this full moon. So, wow, I'm excited to see what happens for me. Presently, and Mars is currently at my natal return, 17 degrees, conjunct my Venus. So, yeah, an example of how this is showing up in my chart. My cell phone service was disrupted accidentally. I paid early, but because of some technical stuff in the computer Mercury retrograde Scorpio world, I'm looking at you, Iris, my cell phone. Yeah, it was disrupted, and so I called and was like, I paid it early. And she literally said to me, yeah, and we really appreciate that, but in order to turn it back on, you have to re-establish service. So I'm so angry right now. I'm considering ending or allowing our end to stay ended, There are dogs down the street having serious disruption in their community, but it doesn't feel like anyone's being murdered, so I'm just going to let them work it out. This is also bringing up, so I guess Saturn moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius. This is how this is also showing up for me, this current situation. My cell phone service was kind of like a rebound relationship, if you will. I had the same cell phone service for 20 years. And, I'm a Gemini moon, so that's a long time for me. That was actually probably my longest relationship. Yeah, it was. So I was like, okay, it's time to end this. So I got a rebound relationship with a new cell phone company. And there was also a Mercury retrograde situation, and my cell phone, I suddenly lost service, and Carter was coming to visit, and it was just there was just a lot going on. The disillusion of relationships, structures. So Taurus, this is coming up for Taurus for me, and in my 7th house. So, yeah, I'm reconsidering a cell phone company right now. So if anybody's trying to reach out to me via my 808 number, if we have iMessage, I get the message. If we don't, I don't. And I'm not stressing it, so if somebody is out there trying to reach me and is stressing it, just FYI, email. So, Sun, Mercury. Ooh, hold on. My computer's about to... The Sun, Mercury are in Scorpio. It's exciting times. The moon is presently in Aquarius. Let's flip over. Because I was also looking at okay, so with Mars being not in a technical square. With the Capricorn group of Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. And then we have the moon and the sun and Mercury. Wow. Whoa. Yeah. And Uranus conjunct. So, okay. Let's just think about that for a second. When we think about all these archetypes, you know, and you can be looking at your own chart. I want to emphasize that. When you look at your own chart within this, it kind of helps with some themes. And then considering the dates, like say for example 19 years ago with the nodes and the lunar cycles. I was actually thinking back 19 years ago to like what was my birthday candle wish for the new moon in Taurus, because my son's in Taurus, so that's my birthday. But my ascendant is in Scorpio, so I really, God, I love both those energies. But like, yeah, 19 years ago. And how astrology is this? So, 2001 birthday, the de Medicis, yes, those from Italy, they're still in existence, took me and my husband at that time, a chef, to New York. Well, back to New York, because that's where we were living prior to this. And then, so we went to the James Beard house for dinner. Is that not so Taurus? And then afterwards, we took a limo back to, like, we just found this limo driver and we all hit it off so well. We were just chatting and he was driving us around New York. That's where we learned sunroofs don't open anymore. Unless it's like a privately owned limo, which, you know, we were not that. And then because we were still buzzing after we got dropped back off, we were walking to the World Trade Center, which was still there at that time. And no joke, like 10, 15 blocks past Houston Street, I was kind of getting exhausted. So I was like, let's just go back to our hotel. We'll do this on another trip. May, June, July, August. Okay, yeah, 4 months later they were gone. Wow, let's learn that lesson. Actually, Hawaii really helped me learn that lesson too, because like the weather changes so much that when you see something, you're like, oh, I'll take that picture on my way back from, it'll be gone. So yeah, and how is this showing up now 19 years later? I really want to get a step van for a food truck. So where will the breakthrough be in that? How exciting. Wow, yeah. We did go back to New York, like right after, this time, Halloween? No, it wasn't so soon. And we did walk, and it was a totally different vibe. It was so silent, like people. It's like once you kind of got past this certain threshold, like no one was talking. It was, oh my God, it was so eerie. So I'm asking the universe for exciting breakthroughs But, you know, maybe in kindness, or I really would prefer more of like an earthquake or a volcano. Wow, yeah, astrology is so real. I don't know if this is much of a currently as much as it's become an overshare by my standards. Let's check in. So Jupiter, Saturn, gosh. November, December. Y'all, we really only have about 8 weeks. 7, 8 weeks. So that's going to be... Okay, so December 21st, Jupiter and Saturn. It's also solstice. Everyone keep Mauna Kea in prayer. Dear everyone, please, please stay in COVID safety protocols. Do not. Oh, man. It's like COVID, or is it going to be fascism? I don't know. And let's not get into like this dystopian envisioning. So everyone, safety protocols, both for revolution and smashing fascism and for smashing COVID. We do not need super spreader events. And if we're in mass protest, everybody mask up. I'm actually, this week, I'm spending some time working on a page for my website for like the last 12 years of my work. It's a lot. And like sacred activism and how I have blended my political science, sociology, public policy with decolonization, which is a buzzword now in today's world, but when you're actually in the process of it, it's a lot of work, shadow work, and healing your internalized colonizer, which if you were programmed in the US is like, ugh. So anyways, I'll be sharing that soon. I'm starting a lot of it. And so I've also, for Scorpio season, started my ancestor altar, because as Halloween approaches and we honor our ancestors, and actually I had tea with like my grandmothers and my brother Jim, who crossed over, and the other day I had some time with my brother Jim, who crossed over. I've been watching a lot of HGTV, which is basically my favorite channel, and it's been so hard because with my step van into a food truck idea, it's like a business idea I really wanted us to do together post-COVID, and so we sat and we watched HGTV together while they built tiny houses, and I cried about that dream lost in its physical form, how I wanted it. So, as we are all grieving loss, we plant this love into our community. We offer healing to our neighbors. And it's a good time to, I love how Marie Kondo has kind of become a verb, but it's a good time to Marie Kondo your home and garden and community. When I say community, I mean like feed your neighbors and pick up the trash and stuff. I don't mean like, yeah. Everybody watch Occupy the Farm. It's a great lesson in how to plant your energy and transmute your Mars and grief. I'm wrapping up for now. Let's meet back for full moon. I'll share my altar, and we'll light candles, and we can share stories of our ancestors. And ancestral dreams. And how to make space for dreamers. Hashtag Carmageddon. I really need capitalism to collapse so we can get on this egalitarian vibe. Oh, praise Mother Earth.